Hello friends, welcome to our lecture 6, and in this training we are covering AC104 Microsoft Azure Administrator Training. So basically today we would be covering MFA, multi-factor authentication. So basically MFA provides us one additional layer of security. Okay, so usually we do login with the help of username and password. Okay, so today we will see how we can enable MFA feature. Okay, let's move to portal, Active Directory, users, and you can see here multi-factor authentication. Okay, so if this option is not available for you, just click on these four dots here. You will see multi-factor authentication option here. Okay, so basically it depends on your resolution, screen resolution. Okay, so click on multi-factor authentication. Okay, and you can see here, see, for this username 1, it is in enforced state. Okay, and for other users it is disabled. So what I'll do here, I will just enable multi-factor authentication for this user. Okay, because for this one, for user 1, I have already enabled and I did login as well. That's why it is showing enforced. Let me click here, enable multi-factor authentication. Okay, you can see it is enabled and you can see the status here. Okay, so what is the difference between enabled and enforced? So basically with the help of this user, okay, I did not log in yet. Okay, so let's check it. Let me move back, click here, let me copy this username. Okay, so let's log in portal.azure.com. Okay, you can see it is asking for other details, more information. See, let me type password, sign in, and you can see, guys, now it is asking me to update the details for multi-factor authentication. Okay, so what I can do, I will have to select my country, I'll have to type my mobile number here and just click next. Okay, and this Microsoft will send you one OTP. You will have to insert that OTP. Okay, and your MFA will be enabled. Okay, so what I will show you now, I have already enabled multi-factor authentication for this user. Okay, as I showed you here, enforced. Okay, so let me show you this. Just copy this one, back to portal, let me enter that portal.azure.com. okay, use a different account, and here is username 1 and just type password. Now it will ask for OTP. Let me show you. See, it has sent me one code. Let me check my mobile. Okay, code is 048934 and verify. And see, I'm in the portal, username 1. Okay, so like this you can enable multi-factor authentication. It is very easy. Just click here, it will redirect you to this portal, and just select that username for which you want to enable MFA and click on enable, disable, what you want. Okay, so let's move to next topic. Okay, how can we block the MFA? Suppose any user has lost their device, their mobile, okay, and you want to stop that MFA feature. So how you will do that? Let me show you. Click on portal. Okay, see here security, and under security you can see MFA. It is taking some time. Let me refresh. Let me go to security and then MFA. Why portal is not working? Okay guys, let me check this, why portal is not working. So guys, it is working now. There was some issue with my internet. Okay, so let's start that MFA block option, Active Directory, then security. After security, click on MFA, and there is one option here, block and unblock users. See, so there is no user blocked here. So if you want to block any user, just click on add, and you'll have to type username here. Let me copy. No, it's not available. Okay, let's move to user. Suppose I wanted to block this one. Okay, let's copy, back, security, MFA, and then block, unblock. Okay, click on add and type here user, and what is the reason? So you can type like lost phone or lost mobile and click on OK. See, so I have blocked this user Anna. Okay, and you can see here a user will remain blocked for 90 days from the time they are blocked. Okay, so it will remain blocked for 90 days, but after 90 days it will be unblocked. Okay, so if you want to unblock after some time, you can just come here, this section, and click on unblock. Okay, okay, so just unblock it. So if reason for unblocking, phone restore, something like that. Okay, so if you have blocked any user here, that user won't be able to access that MFA feature. And let me show you one more option, account lockout. So basically it is related to MFA features. Suppose I type here 2 and here 1 and here 10. All these below timings are in minutes, you can see here. Okay, so if someone tried 2 times, okay, with the invalid code, then that MFA feature will be blocked for 10 minutes. Okay, but after 10 minutes it will be automatically unblocked. So, and what is that? This is the time. Okay, so suppose I type here 5. Okay, so if someone try 4 times with the unsuccessful attempt, okay, and if within 1 minute he tried he tried 5th time as well, then that MFA feature will be blocked. Okay, so within 1 minute, if anyone try 5 times unsuccessful attempt, that user will be blocked for 10 minutes. Okay, so this is account lockout, and this is for MFA only. Okay, I will show you the account lockout feature as well. Okay, what next? So we have covered MFA, we have covered MFA block. Okay, so let's see self-service password reset, SSPR. So basically, to use this feature, we should have license as well. So in my case, what I have done, I have enabled my trial license. Let me show you. Okay, so let's enable SSPR. Basically, what is the use of this feature? So you must have seen that for the help desk, basically, we see multiple emails related to password reset or related to forgot password, something like that. So after using this feature, we can provide user to reset their password by own. Okay, so let me show you how we can enable this password. Okay, let's move here, Active Directory, users, see password reset. Okay, so in my case you can see it is enabled for all, but if you see in your portal and if you have not enabled it, it would be none, like this. Okay, so if you want to enable this feature for the selected users, you can click selected and select those users groups here. Okay, and if you want to enable this feature SSPR for all the users, just click on all and save. Okay, now let me show you for let me move the users. Let's check for username 1. Okay, how we can use this feature. I have copied. Let's move here. Sign out. Just click on username 1. Use a different account because we'll have to log in. This one. Let me reset this first. Sign out. Now click on this one, user 1. See, it is asking for password. Suppose I forgot my password. Let me show you. Sign in. See, it is showing this option. Reset it now. Click on it. Type that captcha or YQ 5 HP. Next. And see, it is showing me that option. So what is the reason why I am getting this option? Because I have already enabled MFA for this user. Okay, so that's why it is asking. It is asking me to type my phone number. Okay, so let me type my phone number and come back. And see, it has sent me verification code. Okay, so let me put that verification code here, 550616. Next. Okay, now it is asking for new password. Okay, and finish. See, like this I can reset my password without the help of help desk. Okay, just click on here and I can log in with my new password. Now it would ask for OTP as well because MFA is enabled. So like this you can enhance the security basically. 59977 verify. No. Okay, see, I'm in the portal. So like this you can enable SSPR feature. Okay, and you need license as well. So let me show you that license features also. Okay, let me show you that license feature. Click on license. See, licensed features, and you can see here these all features are available to me. Why? Because I have enabled Azure AD Premium V2. Okay, so this is the trial one basically. Okay, so I have enabled this license. That's why I'm getting all these features. You can see PIM. Okay, and let me show you one more. See, multi-factor authentication is also available for me. Azure AD features. Okay, basic security, and there should be one more dynamic. See, device registration. Okay, so all these features are available to me. So you can check with the help of licensed features. If I click on all product, see here I have 100 available license, premium P2 license and 250 license for enterprise mobility. So suppose if I want to assign some license, how would I assign that? Let me show you. Just click on try and buy. Okay, and see, it's asking for activate. And it should fail basically because I have already enabled it. See, you have already activated this license. Okay, just move, click on it. There are no users, licensed groups, and there are no groups. So in my case, I have not created any group yet, but I have some users. So let me assign some license to my user. Click on it. Let's assign to Anna. Okay, select and assign. You can see license not assigned. Let me check what is the issue. Okay, so it says license cannot be assigned to a user without a usage location. Okay, got it. Let me show you what is the problem here. Click on users, click on Anna, edit. See, usage location is not mentioned. Let me type India here, select it, save it, and then move back to that license feature. Licenses and all products. Click on this one, assign, or let's assign Anna. One more time. Select and assign. So it should work fine. See, license have been assigned to one user. Let me refresh it, and you can see here I have enabled 4 services of Active Directory Premium P2. Now let me move back. Let me refresh it. Why it is showing available yet? Let me show you. Because it should be 99 now. Let me move back. License. Looks like it will take some time. Products. No, it is still showing 100. Okay. Let me see. Licenses. Manage your purchase license. Buy and buy. Let me log out and log in again. Okay. Let me type my password. Active Directory. License. Manage your purchase. Let's see. You can see here assigned 1 and available 98. And if I want to check where I have assigned this, click on this and you can see one license is assigned to Anna user. Okay, understood? Let's move. Okay, we have covered this license feature. We have seen license assignment as well. Now let me show you these 2 options: smart logout and banned password. So basically, in our organization, we can restrict some passwords. Okay, suppose like our company name. Okay, suppose my company name is ABC. So I do not want users to use ABC @123, something like that. But there is some limitations. We can use maximum 1000 passwords. Okay, so we can restrict only 1000, and these passwords would be case insensitive. Okay, and one more thing to remember, that it would take some time to take effect. Okay, so let's move back to our portal. Click on Active Directory and move to password reset. No, it should be security, I guess. Security, and where is authentication method? Let me check. Yes. So basically this is the option. Okay, remember it: security, then authentication method, and then password protection. So in my case, you can see that enforce custom list is set to no. So I will select yes here, and I can type some passwords like ABC @1234, enter. So all the passwords would be mentioned line by line, and like that ASDF @1234, network kingdom, network, something like that. Okay, so and these are all case insensitive. Okay, so everything would be covered, like A in caps or ASDF in caps, or all the combinations would be covered. Okay, so just save it. Okay, so now once you save it, after some time, it would take around 15 to 20 minutes to take effect. Okay, and after that time period, no one would be able to use these passwords. Okay, and what was that? Smart lockout. Okay, let me show you. So if you see here, same option, password protection, and under password protection there are lockout threshold. So by default it is 10 and duration is 60 seconds. So if someone try to access portal 10 times and all the attempts were unsuccessful, then that user will be blocked for 60 seconds. Okay, but after 60 seconds it will be unblocked. Let me show you this as well. Okay, let me set it to 3 and duration is 120 seconds. Okay, and save it. Okay, so it is saved. Now let's test it. Let me sign out. Okay, let's try incorrect password. 1. Now it should be blocked. No. Okay. So it is taking some time. It is not effective yet. So it would take some time. But if you will try at your end, so after 10 to 15 minutes, if you will enter 3 incorrect password, then your username would be blocked for 120 seconds. Okay. Okay, guys. So this is all from this lecture. We have covered. Yep, everything which I wanted to cover. Okay, thank you. Thanks for watching, and I would request you please subscribe this channel so that you would be notified for the upcoming lectures. Thank you. Bye bye.